So today we're talking about a new set of holds that have come out from Climate. What you're looking at is a very large set of pinches. These are the small guys. There's a lot of holds in the range, so I'll go through as fast as I can, but there's a lot. This is just part of it, and then we have the really big guys, and you're going to see they're actually really big. As always, little Climate logo, inset washer. See the screw hole? Yeah, really nice screw hole on these guys. Quite well placed. Even the small guys, it has to be noted, have screw holes on them, so it's nice, so you can really get on the top and torque them, and you're not going to be worried too much. But we'll run through. This guy, they're obviously pinches, but you're looking at a pad all the way down this side, and then this side you're looking at just about 3/4 of a pad. What's characteristic of these holds, and you'll see it more on the larger ones, is that all of these guys had these little in-cut ridges, and we had the some holds a little while back that had in-cut ridges on them, and they weren't that comfortable to hold on to. But these, from the get-go, feel really, really nice. They're super smooth, and there's a nice big radius to all of the pinches, so they're actually quite comfortable. Number 2 is a bigger guy. See him here. Nice and big, very sloped. You're looking almost 2 pads, 2.5 pads on this guy on this side. Full hand, big old pinches, really beautiful sanding. This guy, really, really nice pinch. Big double-handed guy. The ridges on this guy is a little bit more pronounced. In-cut one side, sloping the other, but you're looking at just about a pad all the way across on this guy. Little smaller version. Again, kind of flat on one side, sloped on the other. It's really, really interesting little holds. This guy, horrible sloping pinch, but your fingers just drop into the ridges really nicely, so it's actually really not that bad. Big open hand palm, you're looking at 4/2 pads, and then it curves. You can probably get a little bit more onto this guy. This guy, look, I'm just going to run through. All of them have very, very, very similar characteristics. It's slope one side, in-cut the other, or slope, or just completely in-cut. I'll pull them out. Look at this guy. Oops. This guy, huge slope. Really big, open hand, like easily 2 pads. You could, if you have to match on this guy, you probably could. It's going to be hard, but you can. Again, nice Climate logo, beautiful screw hole. These 2 guys are actually quite positive. This guy is like a classic pinch, in-cut one side, fairly in-cut the other. Really nice to hold on to. Again, the ridges, even though they look, and I suppose they look, these things kind of like crinkle cut fries or chips, whichever, whatever you want to call them. But again, it's like just massive. This guy, same thing, massive, really nice smooth radius to the sides. Just grab it, dunk, get your thumb on. These ridges, you're going to be able to grab, get your thumb on, and if you really have to, you could probably get your hand up over the top, get your fingers down into the ridge, and just just hold on for dear life. This guy, big old slope. This guy, big in-cut pinch, super positive. 2.5 pads for your fingers on this side, 2 on the other. And this guy, worst one out of the lot. Tiny, just about a pad that side, just about a pad on that side, sloped as hell. Then we move into something that's a tiny bit bigger. Obviously when I say tiny bit bigger, I mean really massive. Like the size of my forearm, massive. These guys, look, as a rail, you're looking at 4 hands easily. Full hand one side, nice and flat on this side, sloped. Look at all these ridges. All these ridges are just, look at the ridges on these things. They are just mental. Then you go into this guy, sloped one side, and then flat the other. So if you want to play with some sloping, you can. They're hollow backed. and it's a good hollow back as well. Really nice centre column, well drilled, just a little bit off centre for the drill hole through the centre, but actually not that bad. Again, set screw hole, which is what we like to see, but the hollow backs, they're actually got a good wall on these hollow backs. Some of the blockers we were looking at before they fixed it, they were a little bit shallow and there was a little bit of flex, and you know, the holes could have broken, but these guys, really, really, really good hollow backs. I'm not even into the big stuff yet. Look, seriously, I'm going to be going for hours on these guys. Look at the size of this guy. It's massive. It's probably a 2XL or a 3XL. As it's not been released, we don't know quite yet what the sizes are, but you look at an easy 2XL on this guy. Look at the size of it. Super, massive, wide pinch. Just absolutely bomber. Positive pretty much both sides on this guy, but like, if you ever, you know, you probably get your hand up on top of this without too much bother, but chances are you'll be grabbing on this little area here and just grabbing through and then just grabbing under and moving. It's like, you know, not hollow backed, actually really quite heavy, so setting might be a slight pain if you're on a rope, but you know, deal with it. They're massive TUFAS. This guy, look at this, look at this guy. Fly me to the moon. Again, fairly positive, but if you're trying to grab up on top, you've got this big slope, other way up, really horrible slope. Again, massive, super, super massive pinches with a really nice hollow back. Do you want more? Because if you want more, I've got more. There's more behind me. Look at these guys. Look at... They just keep coming and coming. Look. This big. Dunk, dunk. Really nice little ridge on this side. You can see it with the camera in the shadows. Really nice. Just get on and you can really catch your fingers into this. Again, fairly flat either side. This side's a little bit sloped, but nothing too massive. But you're just massive. And then there's this guy. This is the bad side. And there's the good in-cut side. If you look at it, look at that. It's like a xylophone or a washboard. Great big round, super huge profile. Again, massive, super wide pinch. But as there's a slight in-cut here, you can really get on it, really get two hands and be very, very positive. You want more? You want more? Here's some more. This guy, nice and small, probably a large or a medium, probably about large. Again, good hollow back on this guy, maybe a little bit thin. Just here, could probably do with being pulled out a little bit, but there's no flex in it. No, there's no flex in it. It's really, really, really quite nice. Big, super one-hander, you know, easy full hand pinches on these guys. This guy, ooh, check out this guy. Horrible. I'll probably have it up this way. Tink! And your hand just hit, slide down, sloped either side, but again, pretty well a full hand pinch once you get over the bolt hole. You know, probably using cap head bolts in these, we don't want any bolt heads protruding, but look at the size of this guy, it's just massive. It's like a big clown nose. This guy, fairly positive both sides, gets a little bit sloped up here on the top. Really super huge holds. Really positive. You're looking at, this guy's actually a little bit thinner considering its size. You're looking at pad pretty well down here, and then when you get into the fat part here, you're looking at 2 pads to just over 2 pads all the way along. Oh, does it never stop? Super in-cut, really nice. This guy, in-cut here, slightly curved here, but flat all the way down, but there's this really beautiful in-cut you can get in. Feels really, really positive and really quite ergonomic for the hands. This is one thing I had to say about these holds. It's just playing with them before we climbed on them, is they do feel very, very ergonomic and very round. Louis Anderson's done a really good job, and I said to him last night, strangely, he said, hey, they arrived, we're going to pre-set some layback routes, and I was told to not be a wimp and to pinch them like a man. So we'll be pinching them like this, just for you, Louis. Nothing but this, because you called me a wimp. And then we're going to set them as laybacks and be wimps. But this guy, super in cut, 2 pads, full hand, really slightly in cut on this side. There's this really nice little in cut here. Best way to get it is there's this beautiful thumb catch just here on this guy, and just get on and just pull. Oh god, big, horrible sloper. But again, a complete full hand pinch. It's a slope, but there's a slightly positive area here just for your palm. Again, another slope. These are, I think these would be the medium size. This guy here, can you see it just here? There's this really beautiful, get your thumb round. It's, you know, not all of them have these big areas to grab things. They've all got the ridges, but not all of them have like a very positive super area to get your thumb on like these. You know, there's a couple of characteristics. Some of the holds do, some of the holds don't. But look at that. It's just like boom, get your hand on. And then you have the last one from the sloping areas. Great big sloped pinch. These are the Climate TUFAS. Obviously from Climate Holds, brand new for 2011. You think I'm going to sign off and say I'm done there, but I'm not. I left the best or maybe the worst for last. This guy here, really beautiful hollow back. You know, there is a set screw hole, but it hasn't been drilled all the way through. But look at the size of this guy. 2 hands, material on either side of my hands. Huge, great big, sloped death pinch. And this one, this guy here, I promise is the last one. Again, it actually looks like that dude from Star Trek's head. What's his name? Oh, fuck it, I can't remember. There's this guy. Fuck it. Cut. Crack. Khan. It's not Khan, is it? Fuck it, whatever. That dude from Star Trek Next Generation, you know, the guy with the fucking big brow. So this is the last guy. Kind of looks like the head of the alien from Aliens, actually, when you think about it. But again, look at the size, Ray. Great big, grab it, all I want. And there's still all this material on the other side. It's massive, it's sloped, has this really nice thumb catch on it. Big, full palm craziness from Louis Anderson and Zach over at Climate Holds. So these, and all of these down here, are the TUFAS from Climate Holds, new for 2011. There's a lot of shapes, there's a lot of style throughout, from start to finish is beautiful. The hollow backs are really well made, centre columns, set screw holes in all of them, even the small guys. Some are in cut, some are ledges, some are slopes. Some of them are going to be easy to hold on to, some of them are going to be really hard to hold on to. Obviously now we have them, we're going to go to work, we'll get them on the wall, we'll see how it goes. Peace.